Hello, so this is my role and identity as a researcher, reflective practitioner, and professional. So basically what it means to be a professional to me, in my personal opinion, is a well-presented individual. And by this, I just mean your clothes, your the way you present yourself, what you wear, the way you look, you have to look in a very kind of professional manner to everybody in the workplace. Second thing is acting with ethical decency always. So not just in work. So what I mean by ethical decency is doing the right thing and making sure that you know the difference from right and wrong. And this applies to both in the workplace and outside, because as we know as teachers, what we do outside school can and will have an effect on our life in school. So that's really important. Time management, just in general, being on time, being organized, having all your resources prepared for your lessons, being organized within the school community, that kind of thing. And then being your best self. So acting in the best possible interest of yourself and the students at all times, making sure that you are making all the right decisions, being the best possible person you can be inside and outside school as best you can. So how do my professional values align with my skills? So being your best self again, as I explained what it was, the school I'm in, Rathbar, they really value this. They really want people to, as best they can, as much as they can, to act in the manner that is them really utilizing their best selves, their best skills, their best values. And secondly, the stand back approach. So this comes to being at that personal level with both students and staff, that Rathar believe that you need to have a front and know what to say, what to do, what not to say, what not to do when it comes to being in a staff environment, but particularly in a student's environment. And I also have this value. Good ethical values. By this, I mean, I explained in my last one, the school believe that teachers should act in an ethical approach in an ethical way and highlight to students and both staff and management their good values and right and wrong and always act in that way. And then the role of reflective practice. So in my school, they really value reflective practice. They all, especially with students, but also with staff. So they have their department meetings every month, and they have their meetings every week with management, just to ensure that, they think back on their lessons, they think back on methods of behavior management, and this is more for the management sector and how they can improve that. Also, with students are always asked to reflect in at the end of each week, they're given a reflective kind of like template to do based on their attendance, because they're trying to improve attendance and just kind of reflect on their own work as students when it comes to attendance in the school. My teaching identity, I have had to reflect on this a lot. I'm really starting to realize who I want to be as a teacher, and therefore I'm reflecting a lot on last year's placement and how I can take my experience from that and build on it to then create my teacher identity for this year and then hopefully going forward. And then how reflective practice has built my teacher identity. Well, as I said, it's really helped me both with Dara now and their values, and then also values from other schools have really helped me move through and really find myself and my teacher identity. So that's really it. Basically, that is my teacher, my role as both a reflective practitioner, as a as I said at the start, as a researcher and as a professional.